wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you here in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Coming with a dank, skrilling a tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
Hello, welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live at woodwardsports.com. I'm your mate Eazy. It's my man Spinmore Axe.
What up, though?
We got young Sus in the titty booth, JB Smooth with the ones and twos on the tenor.
On the tennis, the ones and twos.
Lions have drove me absolute mad, if you can't tell. That's actually weird.
He's been speaking in tongues all day.
What up, though, guys? Missed you over the weekend. Detroit Lions broke our hearts once again. This is Lions stuff.
Lion stuff.
All over the place.
Are you gonna say it?
Well,
was it the same old Lions?
Yeah, that was same old Lions.
That was same
old Lions. Sus, and I just want to get this out of the way. I just want to put it up there because I think it's funny. I'm not necessarily blaming the refs. I'm really not. But this meme spreading across Twitter throw up the one graphic we had today. Yep. Mate, when I saw this, I went absolutely mental. See? I thought that was pretty funny. How ironic. It felt that way at certain points in the game, but obviously they still had opportunity to win the game. I mean, they were in it, bro. They were in it. And they just went absolutely SOL on the goal line.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough to watch. As someone who supports the Lions, it's getting close to where you're just, I'm not tuning in.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch. I don't want to be disappointed again. But people that are blaming Dan Campbell for this loss,
man,
that's what I don't understand. I want you to go back and look and watch that game and point out what Dan Campbell did to lose that game.
Is there people really blaming Dan Campbell?
There are people that are blaming Dan Campbell. If this was your breaking point for Dan Campbell, Easy, I think it's easy to say that I've been pretty hard on Dan Campbell so far this year. Pause. I've been hoping to get more out of him, putting a lot on him.
Yes.
This game is not that. This game was not a Dan Campbell breaking point. It should not be a Dan Campbell breaking point. You look at what he did. He had his team ready to go. He had his defense with a great game plan to stop Micah Parsons and to stop the great pass rush of the Dallas Cowboys. He goes out there and he's doing the things you want to see. He is kicking field goals when they're there. He is punting rather than going on fourth down in your own zone. He is doing things that he needs to do and has the lead at halftime. It's a 5-point game for a majority of the game. Do you think Dan Campbell went out there and told Jamal Williams to fumble on the 1-yard line? Do you think Dan Campbell went out there and told Jared Goff to throw 2 interceptions and fumble twice? No. This loss was not on Dan Campbell. This loss was not a byproduct of what Dan Campbell did to this team. That is a little black. If this is the breaking point for you, for Dan Campbell, that they went into someone else's house, a better team, without your 3 best playmakers on offense and lost, I don't know what this team is only 1 win below what I expected them to be at this point.
That's fair.
And what stands out to me, yes, the Minnesota loss was hard. Because that was Dan Campbell's fault.
That was Dan Campbell.
Yes, the Seattle loss was hard because you expected to win that game, but Seattle's looking like a pretty good team now. But this is not something, fire Dan Campbell, it's all his fault. No, this is not Dan Campbell's fault. This was the team failing him.
Yeah.
This was the players failing him.
No, there's people on my Twitter feed, or actually Jeff and I were having a conversation like via Twitter, and somebody chimed in because we're on the same tip. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't blame Dan Campbell for this. It makes 0 sense. And then somebody commented, well, good coaches put their players in positions to win. He did. Jamal Williams, 4th quarter, on the goal line, opportunity to go up,
take the lead, take the momentum back.
Was that not a position? Is that not putting your player in a position to win? And man's fumbles, yeah? You're absolutely mental. Y'all mentals, you're blaming Dan Campbell. Like you said, just open up the play call sheet. All right, JG, we really need you to fumble on this play, but make sure you underthrow Reynolds here so Diggs can get that interception. Like, fam, Coaches coach, players play.
Yes.
It's just that simple. You can't blame the coaches for this one. You can't. And by the way, you Jared Goff lovers. Hey, how you doing? How you feeling? Your boy, your man, he's elite, right? Neil Rule, you want to re-sign him? Just that we can't bend you over the barrel because he's so good. How you feeling now, huh? 2 weeks ago we were talking about Will Anderson. Absolute must. Will Anderson. Guess what the conversation is now, Smitty?
Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud.
Man, it's mental, yeah? Golf ain't it, man. And this one I blame on Golf. We have a whole segment where we're kind of deep diving into him and this, throughout the season. Because, yeah, he's had a couple of games. I'll tell you what, he hasn't had a single game without a turnover. Not a single damn one. And obviously I know to play the quarterback position, guys can make turnovers and the team overcomes them. They still go out and win. 11 touchdowns, 10 turnovers.
He has the most turnovers in the NFL since 2019.
Fam, it's
not good.
Yeah, it's what he is. It's what he was.
You're not going to win doing that, especially when you don't have the skills to overcome that. When you don't have the ability to drive the ball down the field, when you don't have the ability to hit open receivers down the field on deep passing, you can't overcome fumbling twice, throwing 2 interceptions, having multiple pick sixes in a season. When you're not skilled enough to will your team 2 points, you cannot give away possessions.
You can't. 100% can't. You can't fumble the ball on the goal line.
Can't do that either.
What is you doing? And I feel bad for Jamal a bit because he hasn't fumbled really at all his career.
That was his first lost fumble ever.
Yeah, last year was his first fumble. He had 2 fumbles, 3 fumbles his entire career. 2 of them were yesterday. What up, though, Sus?
You had your hand raised?
So I just had one question, and that is, do you think that all of this, because we have placed a lot of the previous losses on Dan Campbell, do you think that this is a sign, or just credited him some level of blame for some of the previous losses?
Yeah.
Do you think that this is a sign that maybe the players are losing faith in Dan Campbell, or was this just simply they didn't execute?
Just didn't execute.
Yeah, I don't think you lose faith in a coach and go out there, I'm going to throw a couple interceptions. I'm going to fumble on the goal line. The players didn't go out there and they had it. Yeah. The scheme that the coaches instilled in them for this game, the game plan they had against these Dallas, it worked. It worked.
Yeah.
They had ample opportunities to win this game, and the players did not execute. Fumbling on the goal line, throwing multiple interceptions, missing open targets. You can't do that and expect to win against a better team on the road. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, and we sat here Friday, all right, ill-prepared, if you will, because I was editing that video, but we still dreamed up a game plan or a scenario where the Detroit Lions can win, and everything was falling in that scenario.
Yes.
We had Josh Pascal, my lord, by the way, I cannot wait.
He looked good.
Listen, I love watching me some Josh Pascal. That was amazing. But you had him, Kaminsky come back, and it seemed to affect Aidan. We saw Aidan the 2-point stance that we were begging for the past 2 weeks.
Yes, we were.
Some people all season. Credit to all you guys. You had Dak Prescott, in which I said, maybe he's a little rusty. Maybe he's trying to show off a little bit. He did look a little. Only 207 yards Dak Prescott had.
Turnovers.
Oh, and by the way, Kirby Jones 2 dropped interceptions
And a forced fumble.
Bro, by the way, oh my.
Kirby Joseph.
My God, I've seen a man broken in half.
Kirby Joseph ate his kneecap. That was
literally kneecap bite.
It was the definition of a kneecap bite.
Sit man's on a helicopter, yeah. That was dope. They were playing out of their mind. But no, everything, no, you know what I'm saying? We saw, I can't stop the accents, no. Boom, boom. Scott! Good mouth. Anyway, I'm sorry. And all serious, though. Everything played out. we dramatically was pay me a picture of the Lions.
You got to make it ugly.
And every single scenario played out.
You got to make it ugly. You got to run the ball. The Lions laying the ball at a 4.7 yard per carry clip.
Yeah.
They were moving the ball. They made it ugly. The defense stood up. Aidan Hutchinson got pressures, got sacks. Like you said, Josh Pascal, John Kaminsky were in there doing their thing. We got a turnover. We made Dak uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And what did they do? They coughed it up. You can't have 5 turnovers in a game and expect to win at the professional level. The Lions did that to themselves.
Yeah.
The Lions shot themselves in the foot. And everyone watching it felt it.
Yeah.
You felt the momentum shift. When the Lions had an opportunity, like you said, to score from the one. First of all, Brock Wright is slow as shit. Like that run Brock Wright had when he was running for the end zone, Michael Parsons hawked him.
Leave mans alone, yeah?
But he was, man, come on, man, pick it up a little bit. You know, he was.
Nah.
He got hawked at the 1 yard line, and then the fumble. And then they take the ball down the field and score. And people watching that game, Lions fans everywhere, felt that momentum shift.
Yes.
Because the Detroit Lions did it to themselves. They didn't make any game-winning plays. Not even enough. They didn't make any game-winning plays. And Dan Campbell, Aaron Glenn, put them in situations where they could make those plays. Where single plays could change the tide of the game. And the Detroit Lions players did not execute.
They didn't. Like I said, coaches coach, players play. There's no rhyme or reason you could blame that on Dan Campbell. Like, that's just not like, what in the hell were you watching if you're blaming that game on Dan Campbell? There's one thing I could have pointed out that, like, the two things actually maybe bothered me was like, yeah, you kind of like in a perfect world when you have a Patrick Mahomes or like a Josh Allen, you want to go for it before the end of the half in that situation. But it's like the best defense in the league right now. I'd say they're like probably, well, technically speaking, statistically speaking, San Francisco 49ers are the best defense. By putting the Cowboys right there in the same conversation. Lead the league in sacks, which, by the way, our offensive line, I think they've proven like their worth as well too. They did pretty well against that offensive line, our defensive line, and so even sacks that like they did get, some were like Jared Goff's fault.
Yes,
and like to a average viewer, they wouldn't see it that way. No, but then thank the Lord. TJ Lang hit the Twitter sphere, and he showed, hey, you know, Goff is back there standing like a statue. Bro.
Take a step forward.
Yeah, take a step forward in the pocket.
And that's a touchdown.
Yeah. Like, how often do you hear that when, you know, you see Tom Brady playing or Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, you step up in the pocket and he swings that thing down there. Sorry, I don't know what accent that was, but
Mike Gentry had a request of me. He wanted to bring the Soviets back out of me.
Why?
He texted me. He said, please, Russian accent. I need it. You bring Lions to Russia.
No.
We make them winning team. We give them great needed. We give them vodka. We put them out on the field. They play. We put them up against Bears. Not Chicago Bears. Real Bears.
Yeah.
And we make men out of these boys. The Detroit Lions, bring them to Russia. We will help them win football games.
Yeah.
But that was for you, Gentry. But as you said,
Night to share the scream.
I saw Stick, our friend, our boss, love you, Stick, saying Jamal Williams missed that block. Jamal Williams made sure that touchdown didn't happen. Jamal Williams did what he did as what he needs to do as a running back. He got handed. You expect Jamal Williams as a running back to one-on-one completely dismantle a pass rusher? He did enough to buy time, to push the pass rusher upfield so Jared Goff would have the ability to step up in the pocket and deliver a throw to a wide open receiver. But what did he do? He stood back there and he got absolutely taken out.
Taken out.
It was embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
There were a lot of things that the Detroit Lions could have done to have success, and they didn't do any of them.
I agree. Wholeheartedly. It was gross. I didn't even watch the second set of games. I went out and I took my kids to the cider mill. It was nasty, bro. I thought I had to change my clothes, man. Get that funk off.
Well, if you want to change your clothes, you can get a free T-shirt at Big Frog and you stop in.
Yeah.
Because at Big Frog in Novi, they're giving out free Woodward Sports T-shirts. That's right, a free Woodward Sports T-shirt. I don't even have one of those. All I have is a Draft Cocaine shirt, and I can't wear that. It's got Adam's face on it. So make sure you go into Big Frog in Novi, tell them we sent you, and they will print you out one on the spot. That's Big Frog in Novi, or visit them online at bigfrog.com/Novi. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back. We got a lot to talk about.
The biggest rivalry in the state is almost here. That means one thing, the biggest tailgate party in the state. Join Woodward Sports for our tailgate takeover before the U of M versus State game on October 29th. Will Harbaugh and the boys pull out the win? Or is Tuck still coming? We will find out at the Big House. Yes, Michigan legend Braylon Edwards will be handing out food, prizes, and much more. So no matter what team you root for, come party with the network that does it best. The Woodward Sports Network. The Tailgate Takeover, powered by Custom Health Centers, Syntron, and Planet Fitness.
Woodward Sports, you see the name!
For a limited time only, all new burgers and loaded fries at Big Boy. It's not a Slim Jim, it's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease. Guess what else is new? The bacon blue. How about upgrading those fries? Chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, nacho fries, what will it be? Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the 3 biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
Mine's got me out my mental, yeah? Think I'd recover well front row tickets to Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers. No, honestly though, guys, it's just that easy. I'm letting you know right now, like, there's not that many here right now. It's so easy to get front row tickets to the Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers. All you have to do is do an impersonation of Dan Campbell. Send it in on IG or Twitter. Make sure you tag Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following Woodward Sports and use the hashtag Woodward Front Row. It's just that simple, guys. Front row tickets to Detroit Lions. Do your best Dan Campbell impersonation. Post it on Instagram and Twitter. Tag us. Use the hashtag Woodward Front Row. And I just might pick you. I'll pick you to win, personally. Just tag the heavyweights. Please. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live at WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spinmo Rex.
What up, though?
We got Young Sauce in the TD booth, JB Smooth, the 1s and 2s. We're rocking along on a miserable Monday. Now, I look, man. We said this last week during the bye week, actually. And we're like, we said at this point, you know the losses are coming.
Yes.
You know they're coming. We went over this. If you're watching the Woodward Heavyweights, although they look good at times, you should have expected, again, at the end of the day, a loss. Mm-hmm. And we tried, what we explained is what you want to look for now, which you said is development. You want to see the changes made within the coaching staff. And I think, ultimately, you did get that.
We did.
Once again from Aaron Glenn. I don't know where, I'm going to save my take for the defensive topic, but nonetheless, though, Spinny, coaches coach, players play. What other coaches stood out to you? What? Let's talk some positives, man. It's always so negative.
Yeah, there were some positives to take away. Obviously, you saw Josh Pascal back there. He was making a difference. The dude got in the backfield. He made 2 tackles. He had 2 hurries on Dak Prescott. Aidan Hutchinson, coming out of his 2-point stance, finished with a sack and a half, was stringing moves together. He had a bull rush rip spin combo that was really nice. He was making plays. You like to see that. Jeff Okudah all over the place. Finished with 15 total tackles. Was a monster in the running game. Only let up 22 yards. Had a tackle for loss. The guy was playing out of his mind. Omani Omowarie seemed to bounce back. Had a better game.
Oh, yeah.
One thing I didn't like, though.
Well,
our offense had 5 tackles. Our offense had more tackles than Malcolm Rodriguez.
That did happen.
Because we had 5 turnovers. Because the other team had the ball so much. Penny Sewell had one tackle.
Yeah.
That's more than Lee McNeil. Tom Kennedy had 1 tackle. That's more than Lee McNeil. Jared Goff had 2 tackles. That's twice as much as Lee McNeil. Josh Reynolds, the Serpent of Death, had a tackle. That is... Oh, my gosh.
Goff's on the wrong side of the ball.
Goff's on the wrong side of the ball. No, we should put Goff at free safety. He's playing great. That cannot happen. You cannot allow that to happen. You cannot allow 5 turnovers in a game. You will never win a game when you have 5 turnovers, especially on the road against a better team. But there were some good takeaways, mainly from the defense, because the defense did play a lot better.
Yeah. Josh Pascal. I think that's what this was too. Much like we told you guys. Again, expect the losses to come. We're trying to talk a little bit of positive, just a little bit, because again, we knew we were going to take the L. I think Josh Pascal, as you said, could be a positive. It's seen as a positive. Mylanta, in his first game, like no preseason action, just 2 weeks of practice, going against pros.
Yes.
Had an immediate effect on the game. And whether that's like him getting tackles, like again, as a heavyweight, we know this better than anybody. Sometimes you just got to get up there and you got to disrupt things. You got to cause some chaos. There were certain plays where he took his tackle, whoever the hell was blocking him, and he drove him straight into Dak Prescott's bubble. You know what I'm saying? This is my personal space. Don't get. Josh Pascal said, "Fudge that."
Get out of my personal space.
Get out of my personal space, please. Josh Pascal had none of that. Took him, drove him right into there, and that aids Aidan Hutchinson. That then aids John Kaminsky. That then aids in the run game. Josh Pascal still on the edge too. Oh my! This is his first game, man. Like I'm only jacked up because 1, I'm had a Centron. 2, I watched the game again today, and I watched specifically Aidan, and I watched the tape on Aidan too, like all 22, and then I watched Josh Pascal because I want to see the difference. Because you guys know I'm the AG defender. The next topic, I'm going all in. Okay, I brought the shtick and I got smoke for everybody because y'all want to fire AG real bad. He's making you all look real stupid so far. There's 2 things he's missing: talent and experience. You got a little bit of that back yesterday. Just produce with it. But nonetheless, I digress. Josh Pascal is definitely a positive you can take away. John Kaminsky, I guess, yeah. I don't know if he's here long term like Josh Pascal is. I mean, this is his rookie year, but my man's first game looked like a monster. It just has to excite you. It really does.
It has to.
Kirby Joseph, too, by the way, because, again, inexperienced. His first couple starts, rough, mate. Not good. Man's got hot. Dropped 2 picks, had a forced fumble. I highlighted my first fumble, by the way. Man, my man's like a helicopter. It was, dude. I'm taking away the positives though, because again, I knew the loss was coming. I didn't expect the game to be that close and coming into the fourth quarter, but there was still positive to take away, and I think there's still reason to buy in to the regime a little bit because again, they got some people back. They got a week to make some adjustments, and you saw it. And that's specifically what you asked for the other week. I mean, I'm curious for you guys too. You guys are Woodward Sports Chat. If you want to, I'll open up the phone lines. But I want to hear the good stuff you saw. I know it wasn't much there come the fourth quarter, but there was some. Like, don't forget, the Dallas Cowboys are the damn good football team. They went, they lost 1 game, 2 games with a backup quarterback? It's pretty good. Pretty damn good. And one of the better defenses in the league, by the way.
Yeah, it's impressive. And the Lions went out there and they took care of business on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, you didn't like to see that. I love to see what AG did. Coming out of the bye week, he made changes. He made adjustments. They moved some things around up front. Like you said, they got an injection of talent with Pascal and Kaminsky back. Guys that can make a difference. Guys that can get to the quarterback. Guys that can shake things up. So you like to see what they did defensively. Again, like you said, Kirby Joseph played great. I knew this. That's why they drafted this kid. He was a ball hawk in college. He is proving that he can be a ball hawk in the NFL. He just needs to squeeze it because he had 2 dropped interceptions. Like you said, the helicopter. He sent Buddy Floyd
on a heli. Sent them on a heli.
Sent them on a heli trip. Almost single-handedly created 3 turnovers for the Lions defense. Very impressive. Jeff Okudah was making play after play after play in the running game. Yesterday. 15 tackles.
Yeah.
Guy was all over the place. There was a lot to like about the defense. But there was also, on the other side, there was a lot to dislike about the offense. There was a lot to dislike about the execution of the offense and the execution of players. So you need to put it together.
A lot of it for me on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, the situation was what it was, right? The Dallas Cowboys have one of the better defenses in the league. Michael Parsons, stud. Mr. Lawrence, stud. By the way, I forgot the name. Is something Williams, the rookie, the one who strip sacked Goff at the end of the game, 54.
Yeah.
Caleb, do you guys remember his name? Do you remember who it was, JB? In the Woodward Sports Chat, if you guys could too.
Who stripped Jared Goff at the end?
Yeah. Mans is a beast, no?
Yeah, he's a beast. I don't know his name, but I do know it was Williams. He just
Williams
took the ball out of his hands and then just ran with it.
Yeah, like I knew it was a fumble, right? But I expected to see the ball like bouncing around somewhere. Mans is running with the ball. He ripped him up. Dude, he ripped him up. But like it was strength versus strength. We said it on Friday. Our offensive line versus their defensive line. And by the way, Penei Sewell, Sam Williams was the one who beat him. I mean, that's the guy that Sam Williams beat for that. But that was another play though where Jared Goff kind of stood there like a statue, yeah. But holding up against Michael Parsons.
Penei Sewell had Michael Parsons in a phone booth for a lot of that game.
It was like, and I'm not just talking about run games. I said that you run early, one often because that's where Penei is like. That's his strength, in my opinion, is the run game. The dude's like a bulldozer, but. In the pass protection, even just took Mike Parsons, and I'm telling you, just standing there with them. You know what I'm saying? That's Micah Parsons. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude's supposed to be out cold. Penei's just like, no, we're here, buddy. Remember, it's like Kevin Hart's get. Where you going? Where you going? There's some good to take away out of it. And again, I think what we need to realize, what I told you guys last week too, is we got okie doked. We've been bamboozled, all right? Hard Knocks got us hyped. National media got us hyped. I apologize. I may have got you hyped, but this team is very much a build. I don't want to call it a rebuild, but another way too. To all of the, and I'm not a hateful guy, but to a lot of people who keep comparing us to the Jets, the Giants. You're not rebuilding with a $30 million quarterback. This is like our rebuild hasn't started. It's just they're two completely different scenarios. All right, the way like not only defensively, right? Because obviously they have much more talent than us in comparisons. But there's no, they will rebuild. We're like, yeah, we're rebuilding with this $30 million contract. No, when you're rebuilding, you clear that stuff, and you have all these young guys. We had the young guys. Once we get rid of Goff, that's when we start that.
Goff won't be the quarterback of this team next year.
Maybe for a few games.
They can save $20 million if they cut him before next season.
I hope they could trade him at least.
Nobody. What?
People trade for Wentz.
Wentz wasn't making $30 million a year.
Wentz had a big fat contract. I don't know if it wasn't 30.
No, Goff is nobody's trading for Jared Goff. They had to give up a first round pick to trade Jared Goff.
I'll look up Wentz's contract, but I think it's something out of him, man. If you're the Colts right now, Matt Ryan's not what he's supposed to be. Damn, he's getting paid too low.
Nobody's trading for Jared Goff.
I don't know. Yeah, they're not trading this year. Off season, pick up the phone, baby. Got to make some type of calls
for sure. For sure.
Just in short, stop comparing us to the Jets. Stop comparing us to the Giants. They're different scenarios. They are
for sure. They have a lot more talent than we do.
On top of the fact, too, even the Jets scenario, 3 first-round picks, 2 second-rounders, like, fam. Yeah, if you're reloading that, and 2 of those picks from the top 10, by the way.
The Jets' defense is loaded too. They have a lot of talent.
Because guess what? They didn't have a $30 million quarterback, so they could hit free agency and get them a couple vets, a couple guys, Pro Bowls, all pros in their resume.
It's fair. And if you're struggling watching the Lions every weekend and you need some help, we got the place for you. And that's SMA, or the Sports Marketing Agency, because the Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. So if you or someone you know is struggling, head to The Sports MA to get the help you deserve. We are the Woodward Heavyweights, so we'll be right back.
Woodward Sports is giving you another chance to sit front row, this time at the Detroit versus Green Bay game. Think you have the best Dan Campbell impression?
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Can you say man with the best of them?
I got it. Here's what I need, man. I need you to trust me. I swear to God, I'm not a lunatic. I swear to you.
Can you say, let's go for it on 4th down?
Man, I got a plan, I swear to you. All I think about is you guys. That's all I think about, man.
Are you a master motivator?
That's all I think about is you guys.
Show us in a video. Record your best Dan Campbell impression and post the video on Twitter or Instagram using hashtag Woodward Front Row. We'll select the best 3 impersonations of Motor City Dan Campbell and send you and a guest front row. So knock the dust off the old sweatpants, light some kneecaps, and enter today. And as always, go Lions, man.
I just need you to trust me. That's all. Please.
I don't care if I got 1 toe, 2 butt cheeks, and a rock.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy, better sleep, blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
What's going on, everybody? It's Spencer here for the Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck, the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. 2 different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play as well as private lane reservation for $120. If you get thirsty, they got a $2 mystery beer vending machine as well as multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So make sure you go check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at foldingwarehouse.com.
Hello, mate. Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights, live on woodsports.com. I'm your mate, Easy, joined by my mate, Spin Morax.
What up, though?
Young Sus to the TD Move, JB Smooth, the 1s and 2s. We're rocking along on a miserable Monday. A blue Monday, as Mads likes to call them. Shout out. All right, we're talking about positives. All right, because when you talk Lions, ain't a whole lot of them. But we're going to nitpick, and we're going to sift through, and we're going to find them. Because, again, we told you guys this. The L's were coming. The L's are coming. The L's are coming. Like Paul Revere is yelling about the Brits. I don't know why. I went mental yesterday.
I don't know what's going on with you today.
I want to talk AG, if we can.
We can.
I think Aaron Glenn got a lot of somewhat unfair criticism, just based on the scenario he was given with. We discussed it before too. You say you're giving him rotten vegetables, you ask him to make a salad. I think AG came out yesterday. He made a lot of takes calling for his job. Looked just as lazy as they were. Because what were the two things I argued when I was defending AG that he didn't have?
Talent
and experience. He got a drip of that yesterday with Josh Pascal. A little bit of experience too with Kaminsky and Jacobs as well. Jacobs didn't play too many snaps, but did he not produce?
He did.
The situation with Aidan Hutchinson we had conversations about too. Now, granted, that was coming off the New England game. They then made those adjustments, had the bye week as well. He come out again, and by the way, too, was the Cowboys not the number one offense last year in the league?
They were.
The number one scoring offense at the very least?
They were, but they're not the same team as they were last year.
Yeah, I'm missing Amari Cooper. They do still have CeeDee Lamb, Ezekiel Elliott, Pollard. They still have weapons, though. They still should be it's dangerous. And I get Dak's coming back off his injury. But did AG not come out and show you that he's got it? Just give him something to work with.
He did.
Again, he didn't have those things. That was the argument for him. He gets those things. And he produces. They only put up 24 points. And mind you, 24 points where your offense gave the ball up 5 times. All right, as Booker T would say. That's pretty good. And still, a fairly young defense as well. Mm-hmm. He stood up Aidan Hutchinson, which we'll get to later. You saw some production out of that. I actually watched some film, the all 22 on that one. And my oh my, that's what he has to do at the pro level. I'll leave it at that. But what are your defensive takeaways from yesterday, Spinny?
It was impressive. Again, he did what you were asking for when you asked for talent. You asked for someone to be an injection into that team. He got that. He proved it. He did what I was asking for. When I said I need to see him using these guys differently. I need to see him putting Aidan Hutchinson and other guys in the situation to maximize their abilities and maximize their talent. And that's what he did. I don't know what took him so long, but he finally decided it was a good idea to stand Aidan Hutchinson up. And what happened? The guy was in the backfield. The guy was causing havoc. The guy finished with a sack and a half in the game. I don't know what took him so long. He decided to do that. He changed some things around, and they were getting more pressure on the quarterback, whether that is because Aidan Hutchinson was going up against a rookie tackle for the majority of the game, whether that is because the Cowboys' offensive line is not what it used to be. I'll have to figure that out, but it looked good. The changes were made. It looked different. He was trying new things, putting guys out there in different positions. A.J. Parker was getting absolutely abused. And so they take him out and they put in Mike Hughes. And Mike Hughes starts to make some more plays, stays tattooed to his guy a little bit. Jeff Okudah we already talked about it, playing like a man with his head on fire. Feel like my head's on fire. He's going out there making plays. Finished with 15 tackles in the tackle for loss. Amani Omowarie, they gave him a chance again. They put him back in there, and he showed out. He was staying attached. He wasn't letting Michael Gallup do what he wanted to do. I was very impressed with how this defense bounced back. I was very impressed with how Aaron Glenn made changes and executed the game plan to put them in the best position going forward. We'll see how that looks next week. We'll see if it was just a fluke against a bad Cowboys offense with a quarterback who is rusty. But I saw changes that I needed to see. He made them, and they were making a difference.
Change these broken wings. JP.
To fly again.
What did you see out of defense yesterday? Are you still in the camp of firing AG?
No, I'm not on the camp of firing AG.
I don't think you were actually
right now, but like I said, we wanted to see those changes, and I think we got a little bit of those changes yesterday. Those slight changes, if anything, as you guys said. Pascal did a good job. Shouts out to Aidan Hutchinson. I don't know if working with the linebackers this week helped him out a little bit, or maybe AG was reaching out, finding some new coaching skills. Maybe he tapped into Woodward Sports. Listened to the heavyweights a little bit, Told him to stand him up for that 2-point stance, and then, look what happened. 1.5 sacks. There we go right there.
Yeah.
Jeff Okudah, 15 tackles overall, 12 solo. And shouts out to Panay Sewell, too. Him going up against Micah Parson, which I know isn't an easy task, but only allowed 1 pressure on Goff. So, I have nothing bad to say about this. So at least we went out there and tried and did something different this week.
I forgot to take our victory lap and credit for, showing AG how to coach, all right? Because, he must have been listening to Woodward heavyweights, okay? Because we didn't, you know what I'm saying? He said, hey, AG, what's going on? Why don't you put him in the 2-point stance? We watching the film, beam it about the group with the guy, you feel me? No, but honestly, God, Aidan had a 2-point stance. This is actually the segment I was supposed to say, and I forgot that we flipped it around. I did do the all 22, and I should have just started with this. I apologize. But either way, out of the 2-point stance, that's where that man belongs at the NFL level, okay? And I'll tell you why, too. I think, one, I found it funny, at least, because you and I joked about it in the offseason during, the combine stuff. But, remember the short arm thing, right? That was a big concern, drop the stock. Yeah, those 32 or 32.5-inch pythons, whatever. I think that, honestly, the difference when you're coming out of the dirt like that.
It is.
You saw him, and again, because yesterday he rushed out of the 2-point stance, but he still was coming out of the 3-point stance as well. Every single time he came out of that 3-point stance, got stuck, locked up, man-to-man, trying to bull rush somebody. Trying to bull rush the men's, yeah? But when he was able to, start off that 2-point stance, I think he was able to make that first contact. If people don't watch film, or people who, I guess, aren't nerds like us, that's one of the key things, right? Getting the interior and first contact, whether you're the offensive lineman or defensive lineman. He was able to do that out of that 2-point stance. Not only did he do that, though, off the 3-point stance, again, shorter arms probably not able to make the first contact, because technically he does have the shorter arms. Stuck in the bull rush. And the 2-point stance, when we see that one move, Spinny, that little spinneroonie, you know what I'm saying? That was nasty. That was sick.
He had a bull rush rip spin combo.
That
did all 3.
Yeah.
It was impressive. I was like, where the hell has that been all year? Literally engaged the man, pushed him upfield, ripped him to get to his outside, and then spun back on the inside and got pressure on deck. I was like, okay, you're just combining 3 moves now? Why haven't you been doing that all season? And it was impressive for me to see, and you might be right. Maybe that does play a factor. It takes him a little while to get those T-Rex arms out of the dirt. But it was impressive. When the man was on 2 feet, he went out there, and he provided something the Lions had only seen in 1 quarter or 1 half so far this season. He provided legitimate pressure on Dak Prescott. And again, that was to the benefit of Josh Pascal. That was with the help of Josh Pascal and John Kaminsky, guys who can create pressure in the middle of that defensive line rather than coming out the outside. Josh Pascal looked fantastic. I know he only showed up in the box score a little bit, but if you go back and look at the tape and watch his snaps, the guy was moving people around. The guy was creating havoc.
It's a monster.
And the Lions needed that desperately on the defensive line.
That was his first. I don't even know if this man's in football shape. Just got activated.
He looked bigger. He looked bigger.
Yes, bro. Real quick too, and I just want to make fans aware of this with the Aidan Hutchinson situation. He was going against a rookie offensive tackle for majority of the game, Tyler Smith. So I guess ate that on the side of caution. But nonetheless, again, I'm a nerd enough to where I watched the film. All right, and he was getting stuck in the bull rush moves, and you can't tell me he wasn't, because even Jonathan Vilma pointed out 2 weeks ago. In that 2-point stance, he's able to work more freely and use a lot of those moves. At the NFL level, man belongs in 2-point stance. Just all day. There's no question, no doubts about it. Yeah, again, you had the rookie tackle that he was going against, but he went against rookie tackles in the Seattle game, got worked. You know what I'm saying? So I can't just fully, I'm not discrediting that at all. Aidan belongs in 2-point stance. We finally saw that. Shout out to AG for making that happen. What are you looking at right now? You distracted me. You're staring out the window.
I'm just sitting here, dude. What?
You were just wow, looking out there, blind.
Yeah.
You all right?
I'm just sitting here.
That computer sound was for easy.
I just gotta keep my eyes forward the whole time.
Well, no, you're just looking at nothing. I don't know. I was just making sure, I thought something was happening out there.
No, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Keep going, man.
Aidan belongs in 2-point stance. Shout out to AG for recognizing it. Maybe it took 7 weeks to happen. I will say this though, it did affect him in the run game a bit. I wouldn't say he was as prominent, in the run defense because of that. And some of his success yesterday too. You maybe hit the credit Josh Pascal. I know Jeff Freddie wanted to hear that out of me. Maybe some of that is true. Because when Josh Pascal is on the other line, driving another human being into the quarterback's throwing space, then he's trying to evade that, going into Aidan Hutchinson. You guys didn't see it.
Yeah, but I agree with you. I think there were a lot of different factors that played to the success of the defense, and they were let down by the offense. No matter how good your defense is, no matter how well they're playing, few can survive 5 turnovers. Few can survive the ball being coughed up in such critical situations by the offense. So we know what went wrong. But it's good to look at what went right for the Detroit Lions, which was Aidan Hutchinson standing up, which was Aaron Glenn succeeding, making changes, doing different things, and slowing down that offense. I was impressed. I was. And I think the Detroit Lions need to keep doing that. They're going to need to keep spicing things up if they want similar success. If they want to continue to do this, if they want to continue to get pressure on quarterbacks, they're not going to be able to put out the same situation, the same scheme every week because they don't have the talent to. They don't have the game breakers to where you can put him in any situation no matter what, and he's going to get you success. We don't have that on our roster right now. So they're going to need to scheme their players into the best situations possible. And we're going to need to see that change week by week until Thanksgiving because there's nothing they're going to be able to do on Thanksgiving. I'm just saying that now. But if there's something you want to do about possibly getting a new house, you can just go to Lady Jane's. Because come to Lady Jane's for an award-winning experience and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win a down payment for your dream home. Up to $200,000. Lady Jane's is open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime because at Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
Get a shot up. This is for the win. All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Thursday, October 27th, join the Armani and Edwards with Maz show live in Dearborn. Braylon will be doing a meet and greet after the show at 4:30, and stick around for Trunk or Treat in the Keller Williams parking lot at 6 p.m. Food trucks, costumes, and more, all from Mike Phillips and his wonderful staff at Keller Williams. Mike Phillips, game on.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spin More Racks.
What up, though?
Young Sus in the TV booth, JB Smooth with the ones and twos. We're rocking along on a miserable Monday, a blue Monday, as the vet Maz would call it. Defending AG, I went into last segment a little bit too hard because it was supposed to be all about Aidan Hutchinson, the 2-point stance, but we covered it. He's way better in that 2-point. Night and day better than that 2-point. Even again, in the same game, against the same tackles he was beating, out of the 3-point stance, it wasn't happening. He was getting pancaked. And pass rushing reps. But Josh Pascal, big part of that one. Shout out to Brad Holmes. And a lot of people were giving him crap about the second-round picks, not seeing the field. And I thought, yes, there is that. You could have definitely said that, especially when it comes to Levi Onwuzurike, who may not see the field ever again in his career just for health reasons. But with Pascal, we knew it was the hip. We knew it was the hernia.
It was.
And that's something you could bounce back from. That's not career ending, I should say.
For sure.
But offensive takeaway, Spinny. Limited on that one.
What do you want me to take away? There are nothing you can take away that was positive about that offense. Yeah, they continued to run the ball, other than Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell had Micah Parsons in a phone booth for a majority of that game. He played fantastic. But the offense, they cost the Lions the game. They turned the ball over 5 times. They played terribly. Jared Goff with 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles. Obviously, Jamal Williams had that heartbreaking fumble on the 1-yard line. There were plays to be made, and the offense did not make them. That was the story of the game. The offense needs to go out there, and they need to take advantage of these situations. Because if you're trying to go on the road and beat a better team, you cannot squander your opportunities given. And that is what the Detroit Lions did, especially on offense. It was hard to watch. It was hard to watch them continue to go out there and put the ball in the hands of the Dallas Cowboys defense. It was hard to watch this offensive line give Jared Goff a clean pocket and him to stand in the back waiting all day just to be sacked instead of taking a step forward and delivering the ball downfield for a touchdown. I need to see more out of them. I need to see crisper playmaking. I need to see crisper decision-making. I understand no DeAndre Swift. Amon-Ra St. Brown went out after the second series with a concussion. No DJ Chark. But still, you were there. You were in it. And they turned the ball over at important situations that cost them the game.
Yeah, the offense for me, the takeaways I had was the offensive line. Shout out to both our tackles, Frank Ragnow doing the damn thing, and they were battling it out, man. They were going against one of the better defensive lines in the NFL. I mean, the Cowboys, in the pass rushing specifically, they were up against it. It was a fun matchup, too, because they led the league in sacks heading into that game, and we were tied for the fewest sacks in the league, too. And I would have to say that, Penei Sewell got the better of Micah Parsons for the majority of that game. That is the one takeaway I have as a positive. Jamal Williams, as much as he's been maybe surprisingly better than we thought he'd be in the beginning of the season, yesterday, those 2 fumbles, man, and I get the one we recovered, but you still took us back a couple yards when that happens. You still negate your ability to move forward and move the sticks when that happens. But really, the only takeaway is the offensive line. Obviously, Amon-Ra St. Brown goes out with the concussion. You hate to see that. It sounds like he'll be back, though. He's in good spirits about that situation. He passed all the concussion protocol situations, and really, it's just the same song and dance, guys. It's Jared Goff. We told you this at the beginning of the season. He looked good in the first 3 games, and he can give you those, especially when you got a guy like Ben Johnson. By the way, too, you can't blame Dan Campbell for that one, and you damn sure aren't going to blame Ben Johnson either. When you have Jared Goff as your quarterback, you are limited. You are limited. You saw P.J. Walker go out there yesterday and win a game. Did he have any turnovers? No. When you turn over the ball, you're taking points off. You can't even get 3 points when you turn over the ball. You know what I'm saying? That's a net negative when you do that. 5 of them, boys. 4 of those came from your quarterback. He's a bridge quarterback. At least I've accepted that. That's always been my vision of it. There are some people who sit in your chair but you want to re-sign the man. But, that's neither here or there. I'm bad, take easy, though. But nonetheless, man, that's what we're looking at. You got to look towards the future. You got to hope that we land a spot where we could grab. I got to start watching college film, these quarterbacks, man. Because I'm saying Bryce Young, but I haven't given C.J. Stroud a fair chance. And to be fair, though, I kind of go with Bryce Young because I feel like he's in the SEC. He's facing better defenses. And when I've seen that kid against Tennessee and against Texas, he was the one that made shit happen. He's got that ball in him. The only concern is maybe he's a little bit small. But if he's going to run, if he's 6 foot, so he's taller than Kyler Murray. It's not that type of situation. He's more of a Russell Wilson, Drew Brees. But really, that's the only positive takeaways on the offense is the offensive line. And I'm not trying to negate or speak poorly on the tight ends or the receivers. They just weren't given really opportunities to do much other than what they did when Goff was able to get the ball to him. Don't get me wrong, I think Goff only missed 6 passes really. Yes. So it was 22 for 28 or 26 or something like that. You have the numbers?
21 to 26.
21 to 26. The only issues 2 of those were interceptions. Other situations were fumbles. It's just He's turnover prone. It's what he is.
He leads the league in turnover since 2019. You can't have that out of a game manager, out of a guy that, like I said, doesn't have the talent to go down the field and win you a game. This is a guy who is limited in talent, limited in skill set, cannot push the ball down the field. So when you're looking at that, you cannot have turnovers on top of it. Again, going back and watching the game film, like you said, the offensive line looked great. Obviously, Penei Sewell was playing very well. He had Michael Parsons at a phone booth for most of that game.
Yeah.
Taylor Decker played very well, and Jonah Jackson also stood out. Jonah Jackson made a lot of plays in the running game, a couple plays pulling outside where he was making big plays. So the offensive line is a takeaway. And Ben Johnson was using what he can. He was putting 2 tight end sets out there, running the ball out of them, optioning out of the run with the 2 tight end sets, having them run routes, throwing the ball to Brock Wright because TJ Hawkinson was getting most of the target of the defense. And it's so tough. We talked about Aaron Glenn making a salad with spoiled vegetables. Well, when you still don't have DeAndre Swift in this game, you don't have Amon-Ra St. Brown, you don't have DJ Chark, you don't have your first-round draft pick of Jameson Williams yet. Quintez Cephas, even though he is your 5th receiver on the team, you don't have him either. You got Josh Reynolds, Tom Kennedy, and Cleve Raymond out there as receivers. TJ Hawkinson's getting doubled. You got Brock Wright as one of your leading receivers on the team. There's not much you can do in an offense with that, especially when your quarterback has 4 turnovers.
Yeah, there's not many positive takeaways to have on the offense at all. Like, it's really to a point where it's like I can really only look to the future and start discussing quarterbacks and maybe reach out to our guy Russell Brown. We get his, because Will Levis is a guy we've been hearing about. Obviously, you heard C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, JB. Who is Will Levis? Sell me on this guy. Is he worth the hype or what?
I'm not too sure if he's really worth the hype, but I will be willing to take a shot on the guy. Just throwing that out there. I don't think I'm really convinced with the whole let's draft a QB off the rip. I don't know why. I'm just not with it just yet. As you guys said, Goff is just our bridge quarterback to get to the next one, but I just don't want to see another guy just waste the season either on the bench or just underperforming with us out here in his first start.
Yeah, that's the other.
Got it up, and they were high on Bryce Young.
Yeah, a lot of people are high on Bryce Young. This is a poll I put out yesterday after the game on Twitter. Lions fans, if you could pick one, who would it be? Bryce Young with 40%, Hendon Hooker 10%, CJ Stroud 21%, and Will Anderson 29%. And a lot of people were in the comments asking for Will Levis. And Will Levis, he's good size. You know, he's 6'3", about 225. Started his career at Penn State, transferred to Kentucky. Last year he had his breakout season, didn't play a lot at Penn State, but you see what he did in Kentucky last year. He was 66% completion percentage, 2,826 yards, 24 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. So far this year, he's completing at 70%. I'm sorry, 69.5%.
Yeah.
1,635 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. The guy can push the ball down the field. He's a big guy. He can get out of the pocket and make things happen. Will Levis is a prospect that a lot of people are high on.
Yeah.
If the Lions, in my mind, they should go Will Anderson, obviously, if he's there. You have to get him. You have to get Will Anderson. The kid is a stud. The kid's going to be a monster. And then, if Will Levis is still available, depending on where the Rams pick ends, maybe you trade up and go after him. And try to get a quarterback in there.
The Rams pick?
Yes.
You talking about Levis fall around there?
Levis will probably be the 3rd quarterback off the board.
Yeah.
Well, he'll definitely be the 3rd quarterback, at least 3rd quarterback off the board. Because it's going to go Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, and then probably Levis.
See, it's tough, man. Like, we're just in a whole, like, ugly-ass situation, man, because as much as, like, you know, we're going to get rid of Goff, if they do, I hope Brad Holmes gets rid of Goff. If he doesn't, I'm for sure questioning Brad Holmes about that. I mean, that's been the one question I had from like last year. Everyone knows beginning of the season, everyone tried to clown me because I was pissed off they didn't take a flyer. The Patriots took a flyer on a guy named Bailey Zappi. Looking all right. With the best coach all the time, but you looking all right. You know, it's safe to take flyers, guys. How about that tight end we took? How's he looking? James Mitchell, huh? Take a QB, bro. Because then you're more prepared to move on from Goff. Mm-hmm. You can do it sooner, and especially if it's a flyer quarterback in the late round pick, you can still go ahead and not break his confidence by drafting the guy the following year, and then they compete for the situation. You know what I'm saying? And hey, if that flyer pans out, You got a Jimmy G situation where you trade him, you get some more stuff back for him. You fill more holes with it. I was kind of hoping that Jared Goff would, and I still kind of hoping that he breaks out of this funk a little bit because we still saw Carson Wentz get traded, and I get the contracts are different, but we're paying $10 million with that $30 million in a trade scenario. You know what I'm saying? So they're really getting Jared Goff on a $20 million deal. If a team feels like they're a quarterback away, well, I don't know if Jared Goff's a quarterback, but if they like him enough,
nobody is trading for Jared Goff.
Teams are trading for Carson Wentz. Teams are trading for Matt Ryan. I think both those guys are pretty mid at this point in their careers. I gotta assume
nobody's trading for Jared Goff. The Rams had to give us a first-round pick to take Jared Goff
because of his contract. But the contract situation changes next year. A lot of that, again, they're getting him on a $20 million deal if they trade for him. And again, Carson Wentz, booty. He got traded for. Matt Ryan been mid for a minute. I know a lot of people, a lot of you guys fall in love with the numbers. Like all you advanced analytic nerds, I'm more the eye test type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like who's carrying who in the situation. The same thing with Jared Goff when he came here, and we were bashing him then. And people were like, but he went to the Super Bowl. He's a good quarterback. Pro Bowl. No, you see who's carrying who.
Jared Goff's cap hit is still $30 million next year.
Yeah, but the dead cap is $10 million, which means we'd pay that, right?
So we can cut him.
And we'd pay $10 million, but we could also trade him. And then the other team's only paying him $20 million for that first initial year.
It's still too much.
If there's a team that truly feels like they're a piece away, again, they've done it for Carson Wentz.
He's not that piece.
They've done it for Matt Ryan.
If you're a GM and you think you're a piece away and you're trading for Jared Goff, you should be slapped and fired.
Go solo cam. I think just come and plug it.
You should be slapped and fired the same night. We're a piece away. We can win this. Let's trade for Jared Goff. If you told me that and I was the owner, I'd fire you on the spot. Immediately, you would not be the GM of my team anymore.
I mean, again, teams trade for Carson Wentz, teams trade for Matt Ryan. I wouldn't say it's out of the cards.
Matt Ryan's won an MVP. Carson Wentz had an MVP caliber season until he got hurt.
Jared Goff been in the Super Bowl. He had an MVP caliber.
So did both of those guys, and those guys are better than Jared Goff.
And at this point,
I'd rather
have Goff than Matt Ryan.
I honestly. Which shit smells worse to you? I'm not trading for either of those guys.
You can't say no one's going to trade for them when there's guys of his caliber that's been traded for. You know what I'm saying? Actually, Matt Ryan, I believe, got re-upped. Has a hell of a cap situation. I think you still trade Jared Goff. And nonetheless, if you're moving on from him, it doesn't matter. If you cut him, I was just saying, ideally, you want to trade him. That's the best case scenario. You trade Jared Goff. I mean, you can't trade Jared Goff. Can't trade. Did Carson Wentz have a good year last year? Did I miss him having a fantastic
Carson
year?
Wentz did have a pretty good year.
He didn't have a pretty good last year. No, he didn't. He had quite a Carson Wentz year. Dude was Carson Wentz-esque. Dude injured both his ankles in one play.
That is true. He did.
Infamously. He had very much a Carson Wentz-esque year. Matt Ryan's been very much in the decline. Like I don't get the people say like there's no if you're like
Carson Wentz in Indy last year went for 3,563 yards, 27 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions.
Carson
That's
Wentz
a pretty good year.
How about the fumbles? Missed games. Like
he played 17 games.
There's
17 games started.
Even if it doesn't have to be a second round pick. It doesn't have to be a third round pick. But if you get something out of it, do it. My whole point is though, take flyer QBs. Take chances, bro. You sell them off afterward. It's just that easy.
He had 8 fumbles.
It's easy, baby.
8 fumbles, 2 lost.
That's when I grow concerned of Brad Holmes if we don't have a replacement ready for Goff. It already sucks that we're going to suck again next year. We're not competing. We'll get to it. We'll get to it after the break, but not before I tell you guys about Centron. Oh, yeah. It's the official energy drink of the Detroit Red Wings. They're obviously doing pretty well. So I'm crediting Centron for that one, okay? It's CentronWorld.com/Red Wings if you want to try their 6-pack sampler box. It's got the cranberry, the OG, and the sugar-free. Again, guys, it's the official energy drink of the Detroit Red Wings. You like them. I think that's what helps Stevie Watt get his stuff done. Make sure you guys check that out. It's Woodward Heavyweights on WoodSports.com. We'll be right back.
The biggest rivalry in the state is almost here. That means one thing, the biggest tailgate party in the state. Join Woodward Sports for our tailgate takeover before the U of M versus State game on October 29th. Will Harbaugh and the boys pull out the win? Or is Tuck still coming? We will find out at the Big House. Michigan legend Braylon Edwards will be handing out food, prizes, and much more. So no matter what team you root for, come party with the network that does it best. The Woodward Sports Network. The tailgate takeover, powered by Custom Health Centers, Centron, and Planet Fitness.
Woodward Sports, you see the name!
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
Hey everyone, it's Chris here to tell you about Custom Health Centers. Has summer left you feeling a little chubby? Not me. But Custom Health Centers can help you take the willpower out of weight loss. Whether you need to lose 20 or 120, Custom Health Centers will help you do it both quickly and safely. Go to CustomHealthCenters.com or give them a call today at 844-789-THIN. That's 844-789-THIN.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spimo Rex.
What up, though?
Young Sauce in the TV booth doing his thing with the ad reads. No, not cringy. It's awkward.
It's what?
Hey, it's me, Young Sus.
Hey, it's me, Young Sus.
I don't even think I do that anymore.
Are you feeling it?
I did.
JB's moving the ones and twos. I guess we're in a little bit of a debate. You don't think we get trade value out of Goff? I think there's you could, if he looks a little bit closer to what he did in the beginning of the year, than he has lately. There's trash quarterbacks going around all the time. My whole purpose in this though was like last year when I wanted the Flyer QB. I was mocked for it. Now look at us. We're a year behind because we don't even have like a bridge quarterback on a rookie deal to like go into next year with. We just have to throw the rookie out there. And I'm telling you right now,
let Tim Boyle play.
Yeah. Like
what's that other guy's name?
Why was he re-signed, bro?
What was Nathan Sudfeld?
Nathan Sudfeld.
Yeah, Nathan
R.I.P.
Sudfeld.
David Blau.
R.I.P. David Blau.
R.I.P. David Blau. Would have rather seen him, honestly. It is what it is at this point, man. Bailey Zappi, Florida quarterback. P.J. Walker, Florida quarterback. I digress. People want to re-sign this man, Spitty.
I don't get it. I don't know.
That's your boy.
No.
Your boy wanted to re-sign him.
All right, yeah. No, you're not re-signing Goff. You're never re-signing Goff. You're cutting Goff.
So you want to go defend if Will Anderson's because right now we're picking.
If we have the number one pick in the NFL draft, we should take Will Anderson. Yes.
So what do we do with the quarterback situation?
Trade up from that Rams pick. Hopefully the Rams pick ends up at. Maybe they keep getting bad. Maybe Stafford's elbow hurts them a little bit more, and they lose some games. Because it looks like the Niners are better than them. It looks like the Seahawks are better than them in their own division. So if they finish third in their division, they'll probably be, around 15? Package that, trade up, try to get Will Levis, or maybe wait, take Michael Penix with that pick, the fourth quarterback off the board, whoever that is, Hendon Hooker maybe.
Dude, this is sad. We're not even like.
But if we have the number one pick, we should definitely take Will Anderson. The guy's a game changer.
JB, you want quarterback or you want Will Anderson?
I want Will Anderson first overall. If somehow the Rams, keep messing up this season and that pick goes up a little bit further, see if we can kind of finagle our way, the Brad Holmes way into getting, further up there in that draft. And then I would take Bryce Young because I think C.J. Stroud is going first overall off the board as a QB.
C.J. Stroud looks good, man. So I understand.
But he's playing Big Ten school.
Dude. He's still the passes he's making, the throws he's making are elite.
I have to watch tape.
When I talk, I understand people say you never pick an Ohio State quarterback. It never works out. Other people, you never pick an Alabama quarterback. They're all products of this. These are probably the best and most NFL-ready quarterbacks that Alabama and Ohio State have ever seen. This is not the Braxton Miller, the Terrell Pryor, even the JT Barretts of old. This guy, C.J. Stroud, makes elite high-level throws on a daily basis.
can I ask you this though? If we're going Will Anderson, which I guess then you're giving yourself a defensive player, but you have to then give up assets to move up to take a quarterback, knowing we have to fill multiple holes at the defensive level. Like, would it just make sense more to take the quarterback then there and like pepper yourself with defense the rest of the way?
No, because I think Will Anderson is special. I think Will Anderson he would have been the number 1 pick if he came out of the draft last year. He's going to be the number 1 pick of the draft this year. The guy is special. The guy is a monster.
I'm special. I'll put the phone line in the chat. I don't watch a lot of college ball. I watch the big games. I mean, you guys know why. I'm not watching. Who did Army beat this week? What was Neil's lock of the week?
Louisiana Monroe, I think.
Like, fam.
Cash, baby. Cash.
I'm not tapping in. I didn't even know that was a school. Did you know that was a school? Like, Louisiana,
maybe
I'm not tapping in to watch that, man. Made you 90?
$90.
I thought it was. You put 50 on it.
I put 50 on the money line and then 50 on the spread.
Oh, okay.
His was the spread. His was minus 6.5.
I love Neil, and those are like hot picks. But when you're minus 220 and you're playing Louisiana Monroe
and you're Army,
you're kind of supposed to win that, no? Like,
you have to.
Just saying. What's up with the Woodward Sports Chat? QB first pick, but it also depends on the team, says Nicholas Duncan. Ghetto Pat in the Woodward Sports Chat says, I like CJ over Bryce. 9 Drink says CJ and Young, both, all caps, bus. You shaking your head. I get
the fear. I get the fear of taking a quarterback out of Alabama or Ohio State.
Uh-huh.
But watching these guys play is different. Watching CJ Stroud throw the ball is different. I would take CJ Stroud over Bryce Young because Bryce Young is 5'4". That's why I would do it.
He's 6 foot, okay?
He's 5'9".
He is not 5'9". I looked it up today. He's 6 foot.
He's 5'4". So I would take CJ Stroud over Bryce for that reason. But a lot of people like the idea of pairing up Bryce Young back with Jameson Williams, doing a lot of things like that. But I'm still going Will Anderson, man. I gotta go Will Anderson. The dude's a stud.
CJ Stroud's 6'3".
CJ Stroud is a big guy. He's got a big arm.
I'm putting the phone line in the chat. I got to hear from you nerds. All right, I'm not the big college football guy. As much as like I get CJ Stroud like looks apart and he looked damn good last year too for a little bit. I got to see like just all the Big Ten guys, man.
Go Blue says Hendon Hooker all day in the Woodward Sports Chat.
I watched
like
that
Hooker.
Tennessee game.
He's 25 years old.
Yeah, not that early.
He's gonna be 26 next year.
He's 25 years old.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yes.
How?
He's like Brandon Whedon.
Yeah, Brandon Whedon gets drafted.
Brandon Whedon was 28 when he got drafted.
Brandon Whedon's kissing his 6-year-old son. That
is my 14-year-old little Jimmy.
Oh, man, what a Browns move, man.
Yes, that is a Browns
maybe the Lions do it too. Hendon Hooker, yeah, I think he's going late. Yeah, obviously the age situation. And by the way, like, he doesn't look that good. Guys.
Levis is good. That would be my ideal situation, is to take Will Anderson with the first pick and then get Will Levis with your second.
But you know what? I guess to the Hendon Hooker point, he would be available later in the draft.
He would, but I don't want to draft a 26-year-old.
He might even be like second, third round. Would you do it then? That's still kind of an early pick.
Yeah. Second round, you can do whatever you want, because second rounds never work out.
Yeah.
For the Lions. Second round pick, you can just give that, trade the second round pick to move up into the top 5 with that Rams pick and get Will Levis.
You say it one more time?
Trade that second round pick.
Okay.
Because it never works out anyways.
I mean, Pascal looks like he's working out.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
Swift was the second round. Slade was the second round.
Swift? How
I get
Swift
the narratives are fun to paint, just like Dan Campbell and AG can't coach, but you look, you dive in.
You move up and get a quarterback.
Not opposed to it, mate. It has to happen. We do have a caller on the line from a 248 number. I'm going to hit the... Oh, do I do it with the mouse or I click it? Let's see. Hello, caller. Are you there? Hello? Didn't work. Damn.
So there's a lot that...
We got.
There is a lot that the Lions
Joey
need to do in the draft. There is a lot that they need to address. But if you have the number 1 pick, I'm telling you, you gotta go Will Anderson.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it, especially if we're rushing Aidan from the 2-point stance and teams look like look yesterday. Him and Will Anderson would be nice. Although we did have a conversation in the back, how in the hell did Von Miller and Bradley Chubb not work? But I thought Chubb got hurt. I'll have to look into it.
One of them got hurt for sure.
Because like that was kind of like that scenario. No, I mean we're gonna get it a lot younger, and maybe that helps other pieces on your defense look a lot better. When
It
you have
does,
a Will Anderson,
100% does.
Pascal too. Man, you guys just don't understand my excitement for this kid. And it's not all like based off the numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like we have a discussion all the time. Heavyweights sometimes just need to cause some chaos. Free up other situations where guys have true one-on-one situations where they win. If you're an athlete at that point, if you're the better guy, you win that one-on-one matchup, and you just have that guy causing absolute, I hate saying this thing 3 times in a row, but chaos.
Chaos! You put him in the backfield, he's going to cause chaos. It's true, though.
Yeah.
And if you add a guy like Will Anderson to go alongside an Aidan Hutchinson, alongside a Josh Pascal, that's how you build a defensive front like the Cowboys have right now.
Yeah.
The Cowboys have a defensive front. I talked about it at the end of the year last year, or at the end of the week last week. At the end of the year last year, I knew how much at the end of the week last week, I talked about how the Cowboys had 10 guys with at least a sack.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. Obviously, some are from safeties and stuff like that, but still, on that defensive line, they have multiple guys with 4 or 5 sacks. And that's what you need, and that's what you can build if you go after that, if you build that defensive line. And you still have another first-round pick, so you can get a quarterback as well.
Show us. No, we need to build defense, man. Who's got the best defensive talent, though?
Best defensive talent is obviously Guardian Alarm, because Guardian Alarm keeps you safe and gives you peace of mind. With their 24/7 local monitoring, they make sure the things that are important to you stay safe. All you have to do is call 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
Right now. Let them know Woodward Sports sent you, and you can be part of the Guardian Alarm family. We are the Woodward Heavyweights, and we'll be right back.
Woodward Sports is giving you another chance to sit front row, this time at the Detroit versus Green Bay game. Think you have the best Dan Campbell impression?
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Can you say man with the best of them?
I got it. Here's what I need, man. I need you to trust me. I swear to God, I'm not a lunatic. I swear to you.
Can you say, let's go for it on 4th down?
Man, I got a plan, I swear to you. All I think about is you guys. That's all I think about, man.
Are you a master motivator?
That's all I think about is you guys.
Show us in a video. Record your best Dan Campbell impression and post the video on Twitter or Instagram using hashtag Woodward Front Row. We'll select the best 3 impersonations of Motor City Dan Campbell and send you and a guest front row. So knock the dust off the old sweatpants, light some kneecaps, and enter today. And as always, go Lions, man.
I just need you to trust me. That's all. Please.
I don't care if I got 1 toe, 2 butt cheeks, and a rock.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
We tried our best, man. We tried our best Dan Campbell impersonation, and it happened to work. Ended up sitting front row, man. Front row seats to Detroit Lions, just like you guys can. I don't understand what it is. You're out there doing the impersonations. Whether it's with your friends, your co-workers, your grandma, man, you're doing the impersonation. I can't do it. I suck at it. I'm not one of those tickets. Make sure you guys do so, though. Make sure you impersonate Dan Campbell, post on either IG, Twitter, you tag Woodward Sports, use the hashtag Woodward Front Row, and you, my friend, can be sitting live front row as the Detroit Lions defeat the Green Bay Packers. I hope so. Just do it, though. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
We got Young Sus in the TD booth. JB Smooth with the 1s and 2s. I'm done. I mean, maybe we'll circle back. I'm done talking to depressing Detroit Lions. It's insane. This is what, week 7? We're talking draft? That's wild. It's
pretty embarrassing.
Pretty embarrassing.
But again, they're only one win off of what I thought they would be at this point.
Who were the teams you had to beat?
Seattle and Washington.
Yeah. A lot of teams, I mean, we went over this a little bit yesterday, though, but a lot of teams, like, on our schedule that we were, like, easy. Or not easy, but, like, winnable. Nah.
They're looking pretty tough for this Lions team.
Giants, Seattle. Like, by the way, you can laugh at us if you will for beating the, Washington. The Durs at home. But they just beat the Packers. What the hell is going on there?
Packers suck.
I did see I obviously got the red zone situation going on, and they had a muff punt like right in the red zone too. I was like, damn, man, that's brutal. That's absolutely brutal. You know what else is off? This might be depressing. I'm trying to move on to a upper topic, but and I'm only doing this to throw up the double birds because I got slaughtered on Twitter for just wanting Ben Mathurin over Ivy, but do look good.
He did. So did Ivy.
Math looked better.
A little bit.
Nah. He was... Tell him, Sus. Did you watch that game, Sus?
I did. And he was more NBA ready, like the draft note said. And we are 3 to 4 games into NBA careers. Like, I'm not tripping. He looks great on a tanking team. Not saying he's not a good player. Not saying that Ivy can't be a good player. Detroit is a tanking team too, but obviously it's a different situation in Detroit. So I'm not worried about it at all. And even if he ends up being better than Jaden Ivey, so what? Ivy looks like he's going to be a damn good player. So I'm not tripping.
Yeah, that's one part I do feel bad about is like in my revenge of the nerds and just trying to go back at all the 12-year-old Pistons fans.
Easy just calling everybody nerds today.
I do. It does come off as if I'm like bashing Ivy because like I was texting this back and forth with my guy Zarek the other day on Friday. There was no pick in my lifetime even that wanted to be in Detroit, that loves the city of Detroit as much as Jaden Ivey. And like that in itself, on top of the potential of like what he could be and what he is, like athletically too, like that is hard to pass up on. Like I can't say that was the wrong pick. I'm just saying like Ben Math, like from what he's like looking like dude was chirping. The vets even. He had one on Sadiq, was going back and forth with Sadiq. I felt bad for one point for Jaden Ivey because like Jaden Ivey was like, hey bro, like what I do to you, bro? Like Math has smoke for everybody, man. But 27 points. He's looking great from and you're right. We are 3 games into the season, and just in that context of 3 games, Math looks like the boy. He looks like the one. What are you laughing at, Sus?
I'm laughing at I King Horse's comment.
What do you say in the chat?
Just read it. I don't think you should read it out loud. Just read it though. That's a good one.
Yeah, Sus is so slow he get hit by a parked car.
That's a good one. I can't even be mad at that. Shout out to you, I King Horse.
Did you watch the game? Pacers Pistons?
I did.
What's up?
What? What do you mean? What's up?
What's up? Tell what was your takeaway from it?
I thought Jaden Ivey looked very good.
We're here to talk sports.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, man? What's up with you? I don't know. I think it looked good. I think Jaden Ivey looked very good. Jaden Ivey went out there and had 17, 10, and 5, 2 of 3 from 3. He shot the ball a lot better so far this season than people expected. Obviously, it's still very early. Yeah, Ben Mathurin looked very good. Therese Halliburton looked very good. The Pacers couldn't miss from 3. The Pacers were knocking down shot after shot after shot, especially at the end of that game. But I'm not ready to put one player above the other one in 3 games into this season.
In a 3-game context, though, you would. If you had.
I'm not building.
Yeah.
I'm not building hypothesis or I'm not building my thoughts of a player off of a 3-game context.
Well, no one's saying that. No one's in a 3-game context, though. You'd have to say
this is exactly
Matt looking like the guy.
Nobody's saying that, but this is what I'm saying.
Well, no, you're saying like, stamp. Here it is. Like this is it for the rest of their careers. Like,
I think there are a lot of things that Jaden Ivey does better than Ben Mathurin.
Yeah.
They're different type of players. right? Ben Mathurin sits 6'7", stands 6'7", I shouldn't say sit. And then Jaden Ivey's, what, 6'4"? Like he's
6'4".
more of a point guard facilitator type. You know what I'm saying? But Ben Mathurin, he's that little tweener. He's a wing. They're not the same. They're different, like, builds and everything. What up, Sus?
But that's why Mathurin is more NBA ready, is because those tweener wings, they have less responsibilities. Look at Jalen Green last year versus this year. Jalen Green looks awesome right now. He looks awesome in Houston. And it's because when you are a shot creator like Ivy, you need time to develop. It takes time to learn the game. Benedict Mathurin, although he's not completely dependent on other people, a lot of his game comes from being a team player. And it's a team that, again, is tanking like Detroit, but different context, and is not being taken that seriously.
Why do you say they're tanking like Detroit?
I mean, are they not tanking? Are they not a tanking team? They're looking to trade off anybody with value for future picks. That's the definition of tanking.
I mean, I don't really think they're tanking. I mean, the season just started. I'm sure they're going to take at some point.
They're begging the Lakers. They're begging the Lakers.
They're begging? Oh.
Begging.
Begging. But him and Turner, like, they got a weird situation going on, like, either way. He's pulling the Bradley Beal. I just want to get here I want to lock myself in a deal and tell him I want out. Oh, I love this city. Gets the deal. Bradley Beal. Yeah, just something about here, man. I kind of want to get out and win somewhere. Like,
the weird thing is, I don't think he actually wants to get traded. Miles Turner's been in trade rumors for like 7 of the 9 years of his career.
Every year.
And
maybe they should move on from Miles Turner. I don't really feel like
that is fair. That is true. So, no, I mean, the Pacers, they're the Halliburton trade fell into their lap. What a Kings move to do, man.
Yeah.
And like, I get Sabonis is like good, but like, come on, dude. Halliburton's way younger.
Halliburton's way better. That was one of the. That was ridiculous.
That was crazy. You get Buddy Hield too, who, like, stupid. Even if you don't end up keeping him, that's another trade piece too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he could fit almost anywhere. Like,
but that's the weird thing about trades is, like, Buddy Hield and Miles Turner this time last year were looked at as untradeable contracts, or not untradeable, but not favorable contracts. Now the Lakers are desperate for that, so it's like, you know, it can change on a whim.
Yeah, and like, to the point, I guess, of the Pacers and Pistons taking, like, I truly feel like watching those games, I mean, they're playing to win. The Pistons, I don't necessarily say that we're tanking because, like, we're just losing. You know what I'm saying? We're just young.
Yeah,
we're trying.
That's why I say it's different.
Yeah,
that's why I say it's different.
And the whole thing too with the Ben Mathurin conversation was just like, was the fit. You know what I'm saying? You got Cade, who's been looking like a pretty damn good playmaker to this point. If you had a wing like that, just toss it up to a spot up three. I mean, that's what you want in a guy like Cade. For me, at least. What up, though, Sus?
I have just one question to both of you. Is Benedict Mathurin too much like Bey, and then you're just kind of getting two tweeners? Because that's really what I see.
I feel like he's a lot more explosive than Bey. All due respect to Bey, I feel like Bey is truly
he is more athletic.
Yeah, like, and for me, he's like a.
But that's why the Ivy makes more sense to me.
Me too. Ivy's a different player. Ivy's a different type of player.
Yeah,
the Ivy doesn't make sense for me just because I can't point to, and this was the whole argument, whatever, in the offseason, and like, I don't feel like having it again. If you guys disagree, you disagree, but like, I just never seen like the combo of like an Ivy and Cade. Maybe just not in general, but like, it's the playmaking 3-level scorer, facilitator, and Cade has never been like paired up with like another guard, which Ivy's shooting way better than like I expected to, by the way. But like, I just would rather have wings win your rings, baby. And like, I'm not Sadiq and Mathurin, they're different to me. They're definitely different. I think Mathurin, again, is more explosive. I think he's just more dynamic in that. Like, even just his attitude, and like, I don't want to call him Jimmy Buckets because this is definitely like way too early to say anything like that. Crazy. But the attitude, though, you know what I'm saying, is like there, like where he's young too. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to continue to develop. Like, he's doing this at, how old is he? 21, I want to say? He might even be younger than that. He might even be 20. Like, if he's doing this now...
Probably 21.
I think I still think he has, like, a bit of a ceiling, too.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, everybody's... I'm not...
Yeah.
Yeah, all players that are rookies this year are going to continue to grow. I'd hope so, at least. I don't
20 years old.
I don't think all players are who they are at this at this spot. I don't think it's set in stone when it's your rookie year that that's who you're going to be for the rest of your NBA career. So I'd hope these guys can get better.
We shall see. We shall see. Why don't you tell us about Big Boy?
Big Boy? Big Boy. Well, for a limited time only, all new burgers and loaded fries are at Big Boy. The Slim Jim is not it anymore because it's not the Slim Jim. It's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease, and guess what else is new? They got the bacon blue. How about upgrading those fries? They got chili cheese fries, nacho fries, and baked potato fries. Go satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play. And before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, you've got a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
Chili Peppers Tan is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Spotless, sanitized rooms with trained, certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals where they'll be all competitors by $5.
$5?
$5, Spinny.
Ooh.
Don't forget to pick up Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Caltan, and Swedish Beauty Lotions. ChiliPeppersTanning.com, the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tan, your vitamin D headquarters, 27 locations, and more.
Chili
coming.
Peppers Tan.
Butt crack full of sand.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rax.
What up,
Young
though?
Sus in the TV booth, JB Smooth the ones and twos, and I'm not Snoop, Uncle Snoop. No, like the math still fits here, and I know I'm not like our guy, Bryce Simon. He's a former college athlete, now basketball coach, and Pistons fan because of Cade wanted math himself. It's, in my opinion, and again, that opinions are like buttholes. Everyone's got one, but
and they all stink.
Yeah,
that's the whole. That's the whole quote.
I just think as a better fit.
I never heard that part of it.
Winning, I think it was a better fit. But hey, Ivy looks better than what everybody projected. I believe. I'd like to say at least. Does he look better than what you projected to be his rookie year?
He's shooting better.
Definitely shooting better.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think he was a terrible shooter by any means.
It's inconsistent.
But I don't think he's going to be a 50% shooter for this whole season.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll hold up. But it looks good.
No. What up, though? So you had your hand up?
My question is,
Such a
when two...
hell no.
Hold on. No. Because no one's shooting 50%. Like, Steph isn't shooting 50%.
Hell no.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, son.
I was just going to pose this to both of you, like two Robert Covington wings. Like, I know both Bay and Matherin don't necessarily play exactly like that, but you get what I'm saying. 3-and-D wings that aren't necessarily shot creators. If both of them aren't shot creators, what's the ceiling of that team? Because wings do get you rings, but the problem with that is that one or two of them have to be a shot creator. Look at Boston with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. So that's kind of my thing. Is not that they can't fit together, but that your ceiling is a little higher taking someone like Ivy, who is a secondary shot creator, to Cade Cunningham.
I agree. I think there's another big lapse that the Pistons had last year was a secondary ball handler. So I'm going to take the pressure off Cade in situations like that, and that is what Jaden Ivey does. That is what Jaden Ivey presents to this team.
So you brought up the perfect example for me, right? Brown and Tatum. Like,
would you rather have KD and Cade?
Yeah, for sure, all day. Come on, we already been over this. But yeah, no, Brown and Tatum resemble an Ivy math combination, like for me. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm saying that Brown and Tatum are shot creating wings. Bay and Matherin.
I don't know that Brown
would be. Well, yes, he is. He's absolutely a shot creating wing.
Matherin absolutely developed a shot creating like wing himself.
Maybe, and that would be the difference in him being a better pick over Ivy or not. Can he create his own? Because his floor was better defender, but probably a better shooter. So if he is a shot creator, then he would be a better pick than Jaden Ivey, probably. But he wasn't he wasn't expected to be a high-level shot creator, which is why people had Ivy projected over him.
Well, he's defending like more positions too. Like I said, if you're going to be like 6'4" and under, you got to watch again. He's shooting fantastic so far. Like you said, don't expect him to keep up the 50%.
Hell no.
Well, I didn't mean it was a hand away. No one's shooting 50% in the league, bro. But like, no, yeah, give me Ivy all day. I'm sorry, Matherin.
We flipped them. We got him.
Freudian slip. We got him.
I still like Ivy though. Again, I don't want to feel like a hater because like the passion Ivy has. Like I know that like, and not that Matherin doesn't have this, but like just for the city of Detroit, like specifically, like you love to see it. You know what I'm saying? He's about it. Like Master P 96. Who was that you about to throw a pin at?
Maddie.
Oh.
Maddie Miller in the house.
Who was she with?
Shout out.
Jason Capenda? Who was that?
I don't know. I don't think it was Jason Capenda. But there's a lot to like about both of them and what both of them bring to the situation. I think you're getting a little too off the top, though. You're like, yeah, if Benedict Matherin develops this and gets better at this and gets better at that, he'll obviously be a better player. But you just think Jaden Ivey's not going to develop anything at all? Like, Jaden Ivey's not going to get better on defense or better as a shooter?
I think it's quite the opposite, friend. I think you guys are the ones saying that, like, Ben Matherin would develop when they're the exact same age. They're both 20 years old. Like, I think Matherin
Who said Ben Matherin wouldn't develop?
Well, yeah, I mean, Suss kind of limited him, like, oh, he's not ever going to be a shot creator, like, type of situation. Or, like,
not to the level of Jaden Ivey, no.
Yes. Even then, though, like Jaden Ivey, it's all due respect. I see this is why I hate having the conversation. I don't want to sound like an Ivy hater, but just give me the bigger guy who shoots better from three, all day, every day of the week. That's just how championship teams
rather than a secondary ball handler on a team that desperately needed that.
Yes, because secondary ball handlers aren't doing it for you. But I'm just sorry, it's sweet to watch.
You saw how much Kate Cunningham got double teamed. Yeah. You don't think it's important to have another guy that can bring the ball to the court?
If
you
I'm
want to see more Corey Joseph,
I want to see the Detroit Pistons win a championship.
Look at how great Luka is. He's not winning a championship with another ball handler.
He had another ball handler in Brunson last year.
And he got further. But now that he doesn't have that,
wings,
we'll see.
The wings, you know what I'm saying, wetting them threes because he's getting them open.
And we have a couple of those now. We have Bogdanovich. We're going to bring out
Give me
back.
another one.
It looks like Livers is pretty good and a good wing that you can rely on a three-point shot from.
Give me another one.
Another one.
And Ben Math all day. Like...
You think Ben Matherin's going to be a superstar in this league?
Yeah, I think he can be, yeah. I think they're kind of already talking about... I mean,
that's a hot take.
Call it a hot take. I'm not the only one, like, saying it. This is Richard Jefferson shares the same sentiment. There's people out there... I'm scrolling Pistons Twitter...
Because Richard Jefferson is Ben Matherin.
No.
Obviously, he's going to side with the wing.
Yeah.
They're pretty similar.
Yeah, they are pretty similar, actually. That's fair. No, give me Ben. You don't think Ben could be a superstar?
I think he possibly is. I think Jaden Ivey has a much higher upside.
I think there's like certain like
Ben Matherin has a higher floor, but Jaden Ivey has a higher upside, in my opinion.
Superstar in terms of like Mia loves him. They're always gonna be on every highlight tape. Or superstar in terms of like that guy's a game changer. He's like balling out.
Superstar in terms of the second best player on a championship team.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I think Ben can do that for sure. If Brown, you think Brown's that or no?
No.
I guess.
I don't think so.
Pretty damn close last year though.
Didn't they though?
Yeah,
they were getting swagged by the Warriors.
Finals. Yeah, Steph, man, Steph's a whole nother level. I just again like if you're, Ivy's he's going to continue the shooting. If he's, you know what I'm saying, if it's going to work, he's got to continue to shoot the shit out of the ball the way he is right now. Is where I stand with it. Again, I don't want to sound like a hater. That's why I hate having the conversation. But
you are
just
hating.
Wings when
you literally
wings.
said it in studio. Be I hate him.
No, you told no, I did not.
You did.
Well, you antagonized it, and we said it jokingly.
Yeah, I know. That's funny.
I've always said Ivy was going to be good. It's just the fit. It was just the fit. But he's here. He loves the city. I'm rooting for him all day.
Yeah.
What?
I feel you. I think Jaden Ivey has a higher upside. I do like what Ben Matherin brings on the court. Obviously, you talk about his length, you talk about his defensive prowess and his ability to shoot the ball. But Jaden Ivey was something that we were missing, which was someone who can put pressure on the rim. I think Jaden Ivey putting pressure on the rim with his dribble drives and his explosiveness is more important to this team rather than a guy that would just stand in the corner and shoot.
Okay.
I don't think that's only the only thing that Ben Matherin can do, but I think it's easier to develop a three-point shot or make your three-point shot better than it is to develop the quickness and speed that Jaden Ivey has.
That's fair. Give me Ivy on I guess in past championship teams. Give me a comparison to Ivy. That's fitting that. Well, I guess if he gets it defensively. But I'm not calling him Dwayne Wade.
That's a comparison.
Plus the chip that D Wade got.
I'm not saying Jaden Ivey is Dwayne Wade, but they are similar play styles.
All right, so more because I got stuff I go with Dwayne Wade. Give me another one. It's us. You can play this game too. I'm just like sell me on this. I'm not trying to like be a dick or anything like that. I just like Help me. Because the second ball handler stuff, it sounds cool in conversation, but we're talking about championship teams. I struggle a bit. Maybe if he's like option, again, I'm not, you got, when I have to defend this, it makes me sound like a hater. I don't hate Ivy. I really don't.
It makes me sound like a hater all the time when I talk about it a lot, but I'm not a hater.
Well, when I look at the DNA of championship teams, it's open to you.
I get you, but my counter to that is simply, is Matherin a 2? Because the whole conversation is Matherin over Ivy.
Like the second option on the team to win the championship, or 2 as like a 2 guard.
That's
the beauty of it all. Like both Ivy or Math aren't necessarily considered. You can't guarantee they're going to be the number 2 on this team like forever going forward. When you hit the lottery again next year, get lucky there. You have free agency. We all know Trader Troy loves to make moves. Like,
I think it's easier to find a guy like Benedict Matherin in free agency or in the draft, a guy that can play defense, shoot the well, and fit that 6'7" wing category, rather than a guy like Jaden Ivey who has generational speed and athleticism.
That's fair. Right. But again, the Ivy on a championship team, there's a correlation to it. And you give me Dwayne Wade. Here's my. Fudge, man, it sounds like a hater situation either way. But Dwayne Wade.
If it sounds like a hater, it smells like a hater. Probably a hater.
Whatever. Call me a hater, all right? I'll call myself a truther, all right? Dwayne Wade, when he won that championship, right? Yes. Got the MVP, all that stuff. We call him Flash. Was that not the sketchiest final? Like one of the sketchiest finals to go down, like in the books, in terms of like the calls. Like it's
against the
well
Thunder?
documented.
Or against when he was with Shaq.
With Shaq.
Yeah, it was a little sketchy.
And then the other situation too.
He was
like,
the best player on that team, though.
Yeah.
That was his team.
It was the sketchiest finals of all time. We actually had a conversation with Jerry Stackhouse about it.
Yeah.
Because he played them in that finals. They didn't know what the hell was going on. And then you give me LeBron and you give me the D Wade scenario. LeBron. We're talking about LeBron James. Like you're asking them to be LeBron James and D Wade at that point. Like, it's a tough sell. It's a tough sell. And Ivy is going to be amazing. He's going to be fantastic to watch. John Morant, same thing. I love watching Ja.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite players in the NBA to watch. I don't know if he's going to win a championship.
I think this Pistons team needs more in either of that. I don't think Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey by themselves will win a championship just as much as I don't think Cade Cunningham and Benedict Matherin by themselves will win a championship. You need more pieces around them.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying, too. Like I
said, it's easier to find a 6'7" three-point shooter that plays defense in the league, which there are tons of them. There's at least 3 on every single team. Than it is a guy like Jaden Ivey who's that explosive. That, like I said, he's the fastest player I've ever seen on an NBA court. It's like him, John Wall, Russell Westbrook, ... John Morant, maybe he's up there, but it's Jaden Ivey's speed is you can't teach that. You can't teach someone that. You can't go and find a guy in free agency that can blow by guys like that. You can go and find a guy in free agency that is 6'7", can defend and knock down threes. Teams do it every year. And Benedict Matherin, maybe he becomes Jimmy Butler. Maybe he does that.
Mm-hmm. And guess what? When you download the DNA of a championship team, it's a lot easier to find that 6'7" guy who plays defense and knock down threes. It's just, again, my hope is the Detroit Pistons win a championship. I see more of that in a championship team. And as much as Ivy is amazing, then I do see like a Jaden Ivey.
I think you need a lot of different. You can't just put those guys or look at what. That's exactly
and
what
Durant too.
That's exactly what the Mavericks did last year. They had Luka and they surrounded him with wings, and that didn't do much.
Well, he got to the Western Conference Championship.
So is that the bar now? Is a Western Conference Finals team?
No, I want to win a championship. A Western Conference. If you're getting the Western Conference Finals, you're pretty close. I'm saying,
so you might need one extra piece, like a Jaden Ivey put in there.
I don't know. I don't know that Ivy does it. I haven't seen much of it. It's a reality situation. The floor was open. You know what I'm saying? QT Mine did have in the Woodward Sports Chat did make a great point though. Or QT, there was no mine in there. I don't know where that came from. But QT in the Woodward Sports Chat said there are just so few Ivy type players to support Easy's argument as Ivy is so unique, and that is fair. But we have seen them. Again, I'm just going off of the DNA of championship team. Ivy's going to be great. He's going to be freaking sweet. He's got a deal with Nike. You're going to see my shoes. You're going to see him on highlights. My hope is the Pistons win a championship. Hey, and I'll tell you this right now. They don't even have to win the chip. If they go to the Eastern Conference Finals, I shouldn't say that. What did I say initially? I shaved my eyebrows if they went to the finals?
Yeah.
It's out there. I will shave my eyebrows if they go to the finals. And I hope that happens.
Yeah, I mean.
No, any year.
Just ever? You don't think the Pistons will ever make the finals again?
No, it's not that I don't think they will. I'm gonna shave my eyebrows if they do.
That's fair. That's fair. You know, somewhere you don't gotta shave your eyebrows to get good product is the butchery, because the butchery is the official meat supplier of the Woodward Sports Network. You can call 248-682-COWS. Yes, 248-682-COWS, or move on over to thebutcherysl.com. Shipping included for Woodward Sports customers. The Butchery meats, eats, and treats. Sandwiches to die for, Wagyu meats, and artisan breads inspired by the legend Chef Dave. It's only the best for our meat-loving customers. An old-school butcher shop from a new-school perspective. Make sure you go check it out. We show you guys the videos every Friday. It's the best food I've ever had in my life. So tap into the butchery. Again, that's 248-682-COWS.
The biggest rivalry in the state is almost here. That means one thing, the biggest tailgate party in the state. Join Woodward Sports for our tailgate takeover before the U of M versus State game on October 29th. Will Harbaugh and the boys pull out the win? Or is Tuck still coming? We will find out at the Big House. Michigan legend Braylon Edwards will be handing out food, prizes, and much more. So no matter what team you root for, come party with the network that does it best. The Woodward Sports Network. The tailgate takeover, powered by Custom Health Centers, Syntron, and Planet Fitness.
Woodward Sports, you see the name!
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Swiss Insurance Group and their employees are heavily involved in their community. Is rewarding what comes with great responsibility. Comes with great powers. No, I'm just kidding. I couldn't help it. If you sit on a local youth sports board, homeowners association, or volunteer coach, directors and officers insurance is a must. Make sure the kids, parents, and volunteers are all protected. Call Swiss today. What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Everybody's live at WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Ben Moretz.
What up, though?
Got Young Sussin, TD Booth, JB Smooth, and the 1s and 2s. I'm just going to say this one last point, and I promise you we'll move on. All right, because I'm getting called back.
Kate Cunningham and Kevin Durant will be the best duo in the history of the NBA.
You said it, not me. All right. I'm not a hater, okay? If I'm a hater, you would be able to answer my question. Dwayne Wade, sure. Find me the idea of the championship team. That's all. And again, my goal, I want the Detroit Pistons to win a championship. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not a hater. Again, I'm just downloading the DNA of a championship team. As much as amazing
it's a lot
as
easier
it is.
to pick out a 6'7" 3-point shooter than it is to pick out a guard.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
It's just more of a part.
And that means there's more of them in the NBA, so it's easier to get your hands on one.
Well,
exactly.
Let's get one then, because we're struggling. What up, though?
At some point, you got to take a chance. That's the counter to the argument. If you're agreeing that you need some sort of shot creator and that Benedict Mathurin can be a lesser piece on a championship team, then you have to find and take a chance on a star at some point.
Hey, you guys are all hope, and I'm with it. I'm hoping now too, because I am a Pistons fan the other day. But I'm not a hater. I'm just looking at championship teams.
If you gotta tell yourself you're not a hater that many times,
I'm not a hater.
I think
You can't. How am I a hater if I'm speaking facts? I'm not hating. I'm speaking facts. If I'm looking for that team to win a championship, then I'm looking for championship pieces. What seems to be a championship piece? Andrew Wiggins. The wings win you rings. It's plain and simple. It's not a hater take. It's, again, assessing championship
in Detroit,
teams.
backcourts win you rings.
Yeah. Also,
is that not a fact? Is that not true?
Wiggins was looked at as untradeable, and now he's a core piece on a championship team. His contract was looked at as untradeable. Those wings are everywhere. They're easy to find.
Well, get one.
It's true.
Then get one. We
can't. Do you want them to get everything in 1 year? I mean,
We'll
they
see.
did add 2 3-point shooting wings that should. One of them will be here soon. The other one is our leading point scorer for 3
Actually, I don't
games.
even know if they're easy to find like that because you look at the Luka and the boys, like obviously much closer than we are. Oh, I did it. I did the we. Much closer than Detroit Pistons
French.
are. You know, they don't. I mean, they got the look at their wings real quick. Yeah.
I mean, I know they got Dorian Finney-Smith. I know they got Reggie Bullock.
Yeah, because they're more of like Bullock. I feel like is more of like a 2 at times. You have Finney-Smith, who's like technically a wing, or sometimes he'd be a power forward, but they're like they're stiff as a board. You know what I'm saying?
Who? Finney-Smith and Bullock. They're both great defenders.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the Finney. I'm just talking about
I'm not talking about important things they can do to help the team win. I'm just talking about how they look on the court.
No, I'm just saying stiff. Like whatever. I'm dropping it. They're not Andrew Wiggins. Put it to you that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Reggie Bullock 6'6", 205. Dorian Finney-Smith 6'7", 220. You got guys like Tim Hardaway Jr. 6'5", 205. Maxi Kleber 6'10", 240.
Yeah.
Those are the wings. You wanted me to look them
Stiff
up?
as a board. Like I think Mathurin's a bit more athletic than those fellas there.
Dorian Finney-Smith's pretty athletic.
Stiff as a board, in my opinion, mate.
How many Mavs games do you watch? Because he's
Quite a few.
he's a pretty athletic wing.
Stiff as a board, mate. He's not. Let's be realistic about Spenny. He's not taking anyone off the dribble and doing much like that. He's spotting up or slashing.
How many times did you see Mathurin take guys off the dribble in that last game?
He did take up guys off the dribble. It happened in the fourth quarter. And Ivy fast as a mofo. That guy is so damn fast. But try to run up on him and catch it. He still laid it up. Came back
Also,
to court,
try
talking
to take the
mad
ball
ish.
out of Luka's hands. Try to take the ball out of Luka's hands.
That's also true.
What does that mean?
It means that Luka, the team is built around Luka like the Rockets were with Harden, meaning Luka has to touch the ball at every play. So Dorian Finney-Smith, I dare you to bring the ball up the court and try to run
No, I'm
the
not
offense.
asking to bring the ball up the court. I'm just, taking guys off the dribble, like making moves like to the basket, like he's just spotting up or a fast break or slashing or dunking. You know what I'm saying? It's not like
because Luka tells you to stand there until I give you the ball.
I mean, that's your reason for it. I just don't think he's like nice like that. He's a good player.
Very good role player.
Like, come on, Andrew Wiggins is like doing more than him. It's just more like versatility there in the offensive game. Like those types, I guess is like what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Not just stand there and be stiff. I mean, you got to do something there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Jaylen Brown, he's at to a certain extent. No, he could take you on the dribble a little bit.
Yeah. Yes, he can.
Yeah. Like it's that. Give me that. I think Mathurin could be that. There's my pro comp for Mathurin. Jaylen Brown.
Okay. What's your pro comp for Jaden Ivey?
My pro comp for Jaden Ivey was Ja. Or other people had pro comps to Russ, which would turn me off. Turning me off.
All right. So you think you'd rather have Jaylen Brown than Ja Morant on your team?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Again, these guys can be great, and they can they'll do flashy plays. You'll see playoffs, championship teams.
How many
It's just
championships does Celtics have?
a lot. They have like the most.
With Jaylen Brown?
No, not with Jaylen Brown, but they're getting there. The damn young core. They were just there last year.
Yeah, they're not getting back.
Says you.
They're not getting back. They're not beating the Bucks again.
Says you. Yeah. What's going on with
the Bucks?
Yeah,
Sixers?
Oof.
No,
Sixers are awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sixers have been awful. That's the other thing too. As wings win your rings. You have a great big man, great point guard. Wings win your rings. So the stuff is just phenomenal too. That helps as well. It's just the name of the game. I'm not hating. I'm just giving you facts.
You're just hating.
Just giving you facts.
Yeah, that's just what you do.
Wait for it to be refuted. How about your Red Wings?
My Red Wings are playing very well.
Still think they're making the playoffs?
Yes. They have yet to not get a point in a game. They have yet to lose in regulation. They're 3-0-2. They got 2 losses in overtime. You look at the scoring and the leaders of this team. It starts out with Dominic Kubalik, who has 8 points. He's got 3 goals, 5 assists. Dylan Larkin, 7 points. He's got 3 goals, 4 assists. And then you got Perron with 5 points. He's got 4 goals and an assist. And Olimata with 5 points, 4 assists, and 1 goal. And they're impressive. They're moving the puck around. The special teams play has been very great. Perron as people said, as I thought, as Darren McCarty thought, as Hockey Minds thought, he would have been obviously a great addition to this power play because that's what he does, and that's what he's continued to do as they brought him to Detroit. He's been a weapon on the power play. He has been a guy that can bring the best out of other people on the power play. It's very exciting to see them kind of rework, Alex Tangate, to rework those special teams. The penalty kill has been fantastic, and that is a big part of bringing in guys like Mata and Sherratt and guys that can play defensively like that. We saw Joe Valeno get a goal in the last game. It's very, very good to have people making up for the losses of guys like Verana and Bertuzzi. You have people stepping up. You have, like I said, Kubalik leading this team in points. He's got 3 goals. You have Dylan Larkin playing like a captain, playing like a point game, a guy that he showed us he was last year. So it's very impressive to see what the Red Wings are doing. Hopefully they can continue to keep it rolling. They're going to make the playoffs this year, for sure. Unless something astronomically goes wrong, the Red Wings are going to make the playoffs this year.
I'm with you. I agree. We have to go to the break, unfortunately, though. We talk about Planet Fitness, yeah?
Yeah, Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever and has tons of equipment, a full-body workout in just 30 minutes in the 30-minute circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You can get all of that for just $10 a month. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. And remember, Woodward Sports is broadcasting live from Planet Fitness on Ryan Road in Sterling Heights on Wednesday, October 26th, where we're going to be auctioning off prizes like Michigan versus MSU tickets with a free 1-year Black Card membership, a signed Darren McCarty jersey, a signed Braylon Edwards jersey, anything you can want. Just go check us out this Wednesday at Planet Fitness on Ryan Road in Sterling Heights. It's Planet Fitness, where fitness is essential.
Woodward Sports is giving you another chance to sit front row, this time at the Detroit versus Green Bay game. Think you have the best Dan Campbell impression?
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Can you say man with the best of them?
I got it. Here's what I need, man. I need you to trust me. I swear to God, I'm not a lunatic. I swear to you.
Can you say, let's go for it on 4th down?
Man, I got a plan, I swear to you. All I think about is you guys. That's all I think about, man.
Are you a master motivator?
That's all I think about is you guys.
Show us in a video. Record your best Dan Campbell impression and post the video on Twitter or Instagram using hashtag Woodward Front Row. We'll select the best 3 impersonations of Motor City Dan Campbell and send you and a guest front row. So knock the dust off the old sweatpants, light some kneecaps, and enter today. And as always, go Lions, man.
I just need you to trust me. That's all. Please.
I don't care if I got 1 toe, 2 butt cheeks, and a rock.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
At Alta,
uptime
matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. You got a bog project coming up? Alta has you covered. Give them a call today, 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Again, that's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Alta Equipment, where uptime matters. What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live at WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
Got Young Sus in the TV booth. JB Smooth with the 1s and 2s. We're rocking along on a blue Monday, a miserable Monday. I feel like never mind, we're not going there. Spinny, before we close out the show, I gotta know, do you still have faith in Dan Campbell? Or do you have reinstilled faith in Dan Campbell?
I mean, no.
And Brad Holmes too, because you got to see his Pascal piece finally.
The guy, I didn't lose my faith in Brett Holmes. I never lost my faith in Brett Holmes.
Okay.
That game, though, did not reinstill any faith I had in Dan Campbell.
What about AG?
Yeah, a little bit more. A little bit more. AG showed me something for sure.
Yeah.
But I did not, no, Dan Campbell did not earn anything off of that performance. It just wasn't on him. I'm still at the same level I was with Dan Campbell after the week before that.
Yeah. Have you lost any more faith in him?
No.
Just, yeah.
Same. Stay base. Again, I expected them to be this bad. Have one more win than they have right now. So I'm not going crazy. I didn't expect them to go to Dallas and win.
Yeah.
So.
I did. Beginning of the season.
Yeah, I know you did.
Where everybody healthy. Yeah, Jimmy, golful, man. My man's was golful. It didn't help us. I'm with you though too. And I guess to be fair to the situation, the conversation, like I never really held Campbell as the X and O like decision maker guy. You know.
I don't know who did.
Yeah, I mean some people are. I mean, there was a couple guys in the chats I think last week when we posted the stuff about. Ben Johnson, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago at this point. No, it was last week. And they're like, MCDC called those plays last year. It's all him. Let him get the play, call him back. I was like, come on, bro. Y'all silly out here. Did you lose any more faith in Dan Campbell? JB?
No, I'm pretty much like Spinny on this one. I didn't lose any faith, but I didn't gain any at all either. I'm pretty still just set even on him right now until we get some wins in here somehow, some way, man.
King Horse in the Woodward Sports Chat says the only wings Easy knows about is honey garlic. It's Asian Jing to you, my friend.
Lemon pepper. Lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper.
Shout out Red Pepper on my mouth on wings. Wingstop fat boy need a 10-piece.
Epic in the Woodward Sports Chat says Easy, you were all about him last season. He's talking about Campbell.
I assume so.
Yeah. I was never all about him as an X and O coach. I was about him as a leader. Saw him as a leader. I think everyone bought in. The freaking nation bought in. National media bought in. I still think you give him like next year, you know what I'm saying, to like show us. He's definitely not the guy. He's definitely hasn't helped his stock once the season actually hit. But like leading into that, everybody was bought in.
What would be what's your baseline that he has to hit to keep his job
this year?
End of the year?
I don't have one. Like I said,
so if he doesn't win a game for the rest of the year, you're bringing him back next year.
So I told you like this last week. My context of the Dan Campbell situation is like the Minnesota moments. You know what I'm saying? Like evade those.
But still, you're fine without him winning another game this year. If he goes 1 and 16.
I mean, the wins to me, like I told you this last week, they're going to come. They're barely going to come.
When?
I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah.
I know this is a bad football team. I know they're very much like in the learning period of it. I think the thing that like I'm with like the AG stuff. I'm with the Ben Johnson stuff. I don't know what Dan Campbell is going to be, and I hope that I guess you at least keep those two guys around him, right? Because like Kirby Joseph I saw against Seattle, I was like disgusted, but I wasn't like he's a bust because like, he's a third-round rookie. It's his first year. It's his first start. The Kirby Joseph I saw against Dallas, night and day difference. That shows you there's some coaching going on there, right? I mean, that shows you that the kid's learning on the job, getting coached up. The Aidan Hutchinson stuff. You've seen him going these one-on-one reps against these rookies and Seattle tackles. The one-on-one reps against the guys in New England, and he's getting got. And I'm seeing no secondary pass rush move. I'm just seeing him stuck. I see him in a 2-point stance last Sunday. I saw him in a 2-point stance. Saw him do the uppercut. I saw him do the spin move. I'm seeing changes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm looking for in the season. Like the wins or losses, like. Sure, it's going to suck, and like we're going to have guys like, in all due respect, Adam, you know, say he's going to call for his job based off of it and stuff like that. But what I'm looking for is the same thing you discussed last week. I want to see development in these players. I want to see development in the scheme, which is based on what these guys get. That way, I have faith that like once they do get additional pieces, because let's not forget that they're void of talent and experience, and maybe some wins actually do come because you do see Kirby Joseph getting better. You do see Josh Pascal in his first game look amazing. The hope is he gets better too, because damn, again, I don't even know if that guy's in football shape to be doing that kind of stuff. That was pretty damn sweet. Like, I guess, yeah, maybe I should expect a couple wins out of the season. Do I have an exact number on it? I'll say 4. 4 total.
Yeah.
I'll be cool with that. I just don't expect much out of him. I really don't. And we went over this last week. We shouldn't at this point.
It's crazy how far we've come.
It is. It is crazy how far we come from Studio B. No, I'm playing. Epic in the Woodward Sport Chat says Adam is way more convincing. Yeah, I mean, it's easier to scream about losses when you're a fan of the team and you're angry with it. It's just like you say stupid things when you're mad. When you take the deep dive, again, like AG is making stunting on a lot of people right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people calling for AG's job. Look like a tomfoolery.
Yeah. Well, that'll do it for us today. We appreciate you guys for tapping in and watching us on WoodwardSports.com. You know we're live there and only there from Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. So make sure you tap in, tell your friends about us, share the scream. For the man to my left, the one, the only, Speak Easy, Young Sus holding it down on the ones and twos, and JB Smooth in the booth. I am Spencer Axter. We appreciate you guys for tapping in. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.